Good evening, students. 8th standard science. Today's lesson is conservation of plants and animals. Yes, in this lesson, main concept of the topic is deforestation and causes of deforestation, and then what are the effects of deforestation and afforestation, and then one more important topic is conservation, how to conserve the plants and animals. Okay, so just I'm going to give a small introduction part about that deforestation and causes and effect. After that, we will move to the conservation topic. Okay. Yes, first one is deforestation. What is deforestation? Yes, deforestation means, yes, forests are the important renewable sources, is it? Yes, they cover about 30% of world's land surface. The forests are cover 30% of land areas. So world's land surface. So they produce oxygen to maintain the level of carbon dioxide in atmosphere. Yes, trees are produce oxygen. Oxygen is very essential for each and everyone, plants and animals and human beings. Each and everyone, we want to respirate with oxygen only. And then forests provide many important goods like paper, timber, and medicinal plants also. Okay. So when we want to cut off the trees means definitely we lose each and every material like timber, paper, and medicinal plants. And then the control of water runoff, protection of soil, and then climate changes also. We face different angles because of deforestation. Okay, so, but the forests all around the world are being destroyed. Destruction of forests in order to make land available in different uses is known as deforestation. So, what are the uses? As a result, the several ecological imbalances increase temperature, deficiency, and then rainfall also. Okay, so what is the causes of deforestation? What are the causes? Yes, deforestation may be the nature and then maybe due to the human activities. What are the human activities? One is, just I'm going to tell the heading only. First one is agricultural expansion. Yes, we want to expand the agricultural land because we want to cut the trees. Okay. Agricultural expansion means with the increasing population, there is an growing demand for the food production. So we want to extend the agricultural land so that we want to cut the trees from the forest. And then urbanization is the second topic. Urbanization means the expansion of city, more land. So we want to establish new houses and then malls like that. In that purpose, we want to cut the trees in the forest. And then third point is mining. So what is mining? Mining means the mining of coal, diamond, and gold require large amount of forest land. So, large number of trees cut down the clear forest area. And then next one is construction of dam. Construction of dam. So, we due to that water scarcity purpose, the water supply due to the increasing population, large size of dams are contracted. So, hence a great extent the forest area being cleared. And then timber production. Timber, we need to meet the needs of our each and everyday life for the wood-based industries like paper, mastics, and furnitures are manufactured with the help of timber. And then wood is the most commonly used for the fuel also. In that purpose also, we are cutting the trees, okay. And the next one is forest fires. This is natural calamities. Okay, Forest fires, and many forest fires are usually expected from in time to time. So in this may caused by the humans or accidents or natural factors. So forest fire, so wipe thousands of acres forests also destroyed due to this. And then cyclone. Cyclone also the natural calamity, so destroy the trees on the massive scale. So they not only the destroy the trees but also affect the livelihood of many people who depend on them. So these are all the causes of deforestation. What are the effects of deforestation? The effects means what are the effects of deforestation is extinction of species, soil erosion, water cycle, flood, global warming, and then destruction of homeland. These are all the effects of deforestation. Extinction of species. Yes, different kinds of species are in forest area. Said different kinds of species are in forest area. So deforestation has resulted in the loss of many beautiful and wonderful species and plants and animals, and many are on the verge of extinction. So more than 80% of world species are in tropical rainforest only. Okay. And next one is soil erosion. Soil erosion is one of the important factor, that is widespread trees and forests protect the soil from the heat of the sun. So when the trees are cut down, automatically the soils are exposed to the sun's heat. Extreme temperature, so that summer dries up the moisture and makes the nutrients evaporate. So the roots of the trees are retain the water on top of the soil, which provides nutrition to the plants. Yes, each and every plants absorb the minerals, water, and different kinds of nutrients. The help of the root part. The root part will supply to all the parts of the plant. So when the soil erosion will occur, means these processes are definitely stopped. Okay, so when trees are cut down, soil is eroded and washed away along with the nutrients. And next one is water cycle. Water cycle means trees suck the water from the roots and release the water to the atmosphere. That is transpiration with the help of the stomata part in the leaf. Yes, each and every stomata part is transpirate the water to the atmosphere. So when the trees are cut down, the amount of water vapor release and decrease, hence there is a decrease in rainfall also. When we want to cut the tree, means definitely the rainfall will affect what your. And next one is flood. Yes, trees absorb, store a large amount of water with the help of their roots. So when the trees are cut down, definitely the flow of water also disturbed. It's the flooding of some areas. And next one is global warming, main concept. What is global warming? We all know the basic concept about global warming means nothing. We inhale the oxygen present in atmosphere only and then release carbon dioxide. Yes, human inhale oxygen and then exhale carbon dioxide. Yes, this process is known as respiration. Yes, the trees are absorb the carbon dioxide and provide the oxygen during the photosynthesis process. So deforestation reduce in the number of trees, then more amount of carbon dioxide also accumulate in the atmosphere. So the solar energy falling the earth's surface reflected to the atmosphere. So the part of energy also reflected what effect? Yes, the greenhouse gases back to the earth. Okay. So in this process is known as global warming. Global warming means the greenhouse gases such as methane, carbon dioxide, And then accumulate the atmosphere trap. The heat energy is inside the atmosphere, leading and increasing the temperature also. This concept is known as global warming. So in this result, melting of glaciers and the polar region is affected. Living organism also affected in that areas. Okay. So, and next one is afforestation. Afforestation means opposite of deforestation. We want to plant more trees. That concept is known as afforestation. So, I'm going to take the main part, that is conservation. Yes. What is conservation? Conservation is nothing but that is we want to save the plants and animals according to the WWF, that is World Wildlife Fund. So this organization has been worldwide, there has been a 60% decrease in the size of population within 40 years. Yes. So over the past 40 years, the 60% of animals, plants, and then birds, reptiles rates are decreased. So, because in order to leave something for the future generation purpose, compulsorily we want to conserve all the above species like animal, plant, birds, and reptiles. Conservation is nothing but that is, yes, conservation. What is conservation? Yes, conservation means protection, preservation, and then management of wildlife. So this is the main concept of conservation: protection, preservation, and management of wildlife, natural resource, and then forest and the water also. Yes, conservation of biodiversity helps to protect and then maintain and recover the endangered animals. Yes, we want to protect and then maintain and recover. Yes, these three concepts: protection, maintaining, and recover for the endangered species, endangered animals, and plants. Yes, so conservation are two types. One is in-situ conservation. The another one is ex-situ conservation. Yes, we classify the conservation into two types. One is in-situ, another one is ex-situ. In these two ways, we want to conserve the plants and animals. Yes. One is in-situ. Another one is ex-situ. Yes. What is in-situ conservation? Yes, that is within the habitat. Within the habitat, we want to protect all the animals. Means that kind of method is known as in-situ conservation. Outside the habitat. What is outside means? We want to protect the animals in the outside of that area. That kind of method is known as ex-situ conservation. First, we are going to learn in-situ conservation. Yes, it is Nothing but that living resources within the natural ecosystem in which they occur. So, this method is known as in-situ, conservation of living resources within the natural ecosystem. So, this kind is known as in-situ. So, this is achieved by the protection of natural habitat and maintain the endangered species. We want to maintain what kind of animals? Endangered animals and then plants also. So, species. So, the certain protected areas such as national park, wildlife or bird sanctuary and biospheres are the reserves. So in India, about 73 national park and 416 sanctuaries and then 12 biosphere reserves. How many number of sanctuaries means there are 73 national park, 416 sanctuaries and 12 biosphere reserves are present in our India. At what purpose we create that? We want to save the endangered species. In that manner, we create all these things. Yes. 73 national park and then 416 sanctuaries and then 12 biosphere reserve. Seventy-three national park and then 416 sanctuaries and then 12 biosphere reserves. Yes, national park. National park is an area which is strictly reserved for the betterment of the wildlife only. Yes, national park means wildlife. Okay, wildlife animals are in that area. Okay, so their activities like forestry, grazing or cultivation are not permitted in that area because we want to maintain that private ownership's rights are not allowed in this area. Only government servants are maintained that places. The national park cover an area minimum 100 to 500 square kilometers. Yes, the minimum range of national park means they cover an area 100 to 500 square kilometers. These parks are single plant or animals or species are preserved in that areas. Okay. National park is an area strictly reserved for the betterment of wildlife only. And then, so the forestry is cultivation are not permitted in these places. Private parties are not allowed to enter in this area. And then minimum range of that land area is 100 to 500 square kilometers. So these parks are a single plant or animal only preserved in these places. Okay. So, national parks in India. First one, national park, Jim Carpet. Jim Carpet National Park is located in Uttarakhand. Yes, that is the state name. This is national park. Name is Jim Carpet National Park is located in Uttarakhand. The established year is 1936. And next one is Dudhwa. National Park is located in Uttar Pradesh. 1977, this national park was established. And then Gir National Park in Gujarat. 1975, this national park was established. And then Sundarban. This in Madhya Pradesh. Established year is 1955. And Kanha National Park, sorry, 1984. Sorry, Sundarban is in West Bengal. And next one is Kanha National Park. It is in MP. 1955 it was established. First one, Jim Carpet in Uttarakhand, 1936, established year. And Bibha National Park in Uttar Pradesh, 1977, this park was established. And then Gir in Gujarat, 1975, and Sundarban in West Bengal, 1984, it was established. And then Kanha National Park in Madhya Pradesh, 1955, it was established. So, these are all the national parks in our India, in our country. Okay. So, next one is National Park in Tamil Nadu. There are different number of that is. One is Gindi National Park in Chennai and Gulf of Mannar National Park in Ramanathapuram, Indira Gandhi National Park in Coimbatore, and Mudumalai National Park in Nilgiris, and Mukurthi National Park in Nilgiris. So, next topic is sanctuaries. Sanctuaries and the national parks are first type of conservation, that is in-situ. One is national park, another one is sanctuaries. Yes, sanctuary is the protected area which is reserved for the conservation of animals only. Protected area which is reserved for the conservation of animals only. So, this concept is for the sanctuaries. Human activities like harvesting of timber, collection of forest products, and the private ownerships rights are allowed here. National park means private sector peoples are not allowed in that places, but in sanctuaries, the private peoples are allowed to enter in that place. Yes, what purpose we are going to that area means harvesting of timber. Yes, harvesting timber means the trees, and then collection of forest product like honey and medicinal plant like that. And next one is ownership's rights are also allowed here. So control the interference like tourist activity also allowed. Tourist purpose, yes, tourism department also entered in that place. So the differences between national park and the wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, what are the difference? The private sectors are not allowed in national park. In sanctuaries, the private sectors also allowed in these places. Okay. So, what is the difference between the sanctuary and the national park? So, these are all the national park places. Okay, Desert National Park, and then Gangotri National Park in Uttarakhand, Desert National Park in then Rajasthan, and then Namha National Park in Arunachal Pradesh, and then Kanchenjunga National Park in Sikkim, Gir Forest in Gujarat, Sundarban National Park in West Bengal, and then Indravati National Park in Chhattisgarh. Okay. So these are all the national park areas. Okay. Guru Chhattis in National Park in Chhattisgarh. Okay. Himi National Park in Jammu and Kashmir. So these are all the pictures of national parks area. And next one is Mukuti National Park in Ooty, and then Vedandangan Kalburden Sanctuary, Anaimalai Tiger Reserve, and then Mudumalai and Chennai. These are all the national parks are located in our places. Okay. What animals are conserved in that places? Look at this tiger, and then rhinoceros, and camel, elephant, cheetah, and squirrel, deer. These animals are preserved, protect in that areas. National parks of Tamil Nadu. So these are all the national parks of in our Tamil Nadu. We protect in these animals in that areas. So what is the difference between national park and wildlife sanctuary? What is the difference between wildlife sanctuary and the national park? Yes, no human activities are allowed. No human activities are allowed in this area. National park means no one can allowed in that places, but wildlife sanctuary, human activities are allowed. Human activities are allowed in this area. Tourism purpose and harvesting trees and taking some medicinal plants. In this purpose, we can easily entering in wildlife sanctuary places. National park means flora, fauna, or any other object of historical significance are protected. Yes, flora and then fauna. So the historical significance are protected in these places. But main aim to protect particular flora and fauna in wildlife sanctuary. Particular flora and then fauna are protect in wildlife sanctuary. So boundaries are fixed, are defined in national parks. Certain area only. Boundaries are fixed for national park, but there is no fixed boundaries for wildlife sanctuary. There is no boundaries for wildlife sanctuary. Okay. So not usually open and public. Not usually open for public. In wildlife sanctuary, open to the general public. Publics are also allowed in these places, sanctuary places. These are all the main thing. One is human activities. No human activities are allowed in national park. Human activities are allowed in these places. Flora, fauna are protected in these places. Particular flora, fauna is in wildlife sanctuary. Boundaries are fixed for national park. No boundaries for wildlife sanctuary. And next one is usually open to the public. And then wildlife sanctuary open to the general public. Next, sanctuaries are usually formed by the order of central or the state government. Central or the state government. Okay, in national parks are formed by the state or central legislature. State or central legislature. Okay. So, sanctuary can be upgraded to a national park. The sanctuary is upgraded to national park. But national park cannot downgrade it to a sanctuary. Cannot downgrade it to wildlife sanctuary. So these are all the main difference between the national park and wildlife sanctuary. Okay. And next concept is biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserves mean what? It is the protection area that human population also forms the part of the system. That is, in these places will be around 5,000 square kilometers. They conserve the ecosystem, species, and then genetic resources. These areas are set up for the economic development. Biosphere reserves. Yes, biospheres reserves means that is protected area where human population also forms of the part of the system. Protected area where human population also forms the part of the system. So that is known as biosphere reserves. So in this area, these places will be around 5,000 square kilometer. 5,000 square kilometers. So they conserve the ecosystem, species, and as well as the genetic sources. We want to protect our ecosystem and then species. Species means different kinds of plants and animals, and then microorganisms also, and genetic resource. So these areas are set up mainly for our economic development. Where are the biosphere reserves in India? In UP, Meghalaya, Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and then Andaman Nicobar Island. In these places, we are having the biospheres reserves. Okay. Biospheres reserves in India means Nanda Devi, first one. Biosphere place, name of the biosphere. Name of the biosphere is Nanda Devi. It is in UP, place, Uttar Pradesh. And then Nohrek. It is in Meghalaya. Nohrek biosphere is located in Meghalaya. And next one is Manas. Manas is in Assam. And Sundarban. Sundarban biospheres is in West Bengal. And Gulf of Mannar. Gulf of Mannar biosphere in Tamil Nadu. One more biosphere in Tamil Nadu, it is in Nilgiri. And Great Nicobar Island. It is in Andaman Nicobar. Yes, these are all the biospheres are in our India. Nanda Devi is in Uttar Pradesh, Nokrak is in Meghalaya, Manas in Assam state, Sundarban in West Bengal, Gulf of Mannar in Tamil Nadu, Nilgiri is in Tamil Nadu, Great Nicobar biospheres in Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, so these details about that biosphere reserves. And next concept is advantages of in-situ conservation. What are the advantages of in-situ conservation? What are they? Species can be adapted to their habitat. So, what are the advantages in in-situ means species can be adopted because already they are in that same place only. So, species can be adopted to their habitat. That same situation, they are protected in that places. Species can interact with each other. Interact with each other in that places. In situ conservation mean each and every species interact to each other. Natural habitat is maintained. Natural habitat is maintained in these areas. And it is less expensive to easy to be managed because we can't move the animals from their areas. So, less expensive. Needs to indigenous people are protected. Indigenous peoples are protected in their places. So these are all the advantages of in-situ conservation. Species can be adapted to their habitat, can interact with each other. Natural habitat is maintained, less expensive, and then indigenous peoples are protected in that places. So these are all the main advantages of in-situ conservation. So next one is ex-situ conservation. Ex-situ conservation. In this conservation of wildlife outside their habitat. Outside their habitat. Ex-situ conservation of wildlife outside the habitat, establishing the new zoos and botanical garden, and then conservation of genes and seedling the tissues cultures are some of the categories followed in this method. That is ex-situ conservation means. Okay. First one is botanical garden. In botanical garden means it is a place where flowers, fruits, and vegetables are grown. Fruits, flower, and vegetables are plantings in that places. That places is called as botanical garden. Different kinds of flowers, fruits, and vegetables are grown in that place. These places provide the healthy and calm environment. Next one is zoological park. Zoological parks, especially for wild animals, are conserved in that places. Wild animals are conserved in zoological places. In India, there are about 800 zoological parks are here. In our India, there are 800 number zoological parks are here. So next one is tissue culture. First one, botanical garden, and then zoological park are the areas where wild animals are conserved in that place. There are 800 zoological parks in India. Next one is tissue culture. What is tissue culture? It is a technique of growing of plant cell. Growing of plant cell. So tissues, organ, seed or other plant parts in a sterile environment on a nutrition medium. So in this place, there is a special techniques are implemented in that place, So we want to grow the plant cell, our tissues, organs, seeds on the plant parts in a sterile environment of nutrition medium. And next one is seed bank. Seed bank means the seed bank preserve the dried seeds by storing them in a very low temperature. Dried seeds are storing them in a very low temperature because we want to maintain the seed in good quality. So that we want to maintain the temperature in lower medium only. The largest seed bank in the world is the Millennium Seed Bank in England. In Millennium Seed Bank is the largest seed bank in our world. Okay. Next one is Cryo Bank. Cryo bank is the another part, that is technique. Special technique by which a seed or embryo is preserved in very low temperature. In seed bank, dry seeds are preserved in low temperature. Cryo bank means some kind of embryos also preserved in a very low temperature. So that kind of place is known as cryobank. It's usually preserved in liquid nitrogen minus 196 degrees centigrade is maintained in that place. This is very helpful to the conservation of species for facing extinction. Okay, so these are all the Ex-situ conservation places. Botanical garden means different kinds of flower, fruits and vegetables are grown in that places. Zoological parks are special for wild animals conservation. And tissue culture means plant cells are protected in that places. Seed bank means dry seeds are preserved in that place. Cryobank means the embryos are preserved in very low temperature. Okay. Next one is advantages of Ex-situ. What are the advantages? First one, it prevents the decline of species. In situ places, prevent the decline of some kind of species. Endangered animals can be breeded in that places. Can be breed. In Ex-situ conservation, endangered animals also, endangered species, animals, plants can be breeded in this ways. And threatened species are breeded and released to natural environment. Threatened species are breeded in these places. So next one, it is very useful for conducting research and scientific work. In research purpose also useful. First thing, prevent the decline of species. Endangered animals can be breeded, and then threatened species are also breeded, and it is one of the research and conducting research and scientific work also done in Ex-situ conservation. So these are all the explanation about Ex-situ. So in this session, we learned what is deforestation, conservation of plants and animals in the lesson name, introduction of deforestation, what are the causes of deforestation, and then effects of deforestation I explained, and then conservation topic. What is conservation? What are the classification of conservation? One is in situ, another one is Ex-situ. So what is in situ means national park and then wildlife sanctuaries in that places. Where are the national parks and then wildlife sanctuaries are located in our country? I explained the places names. And what is the difference between national park and then wildlife sanctuary? Next heading is Biosphere Reserves. What is Biosphere Reserves? Where it is located in India, and what is the advantages of in-situ and Ex-situ conservation? Okay. Is there any doubt in this portion? Means you please ask me. If we learned in this topics, is there any doubt or clarification? Means you please ask me. Before that, I'm going to do one activity. Yes, I explained the name of the places, national park names. Sit. Yes, Assam, Kaziranga, Bharatpur, and then Khaknaski, Sundarban. Which is the right place, ma? In Assam, Kaziranga, Bharatpur, Khaknaski, and Sundarban. Yes, I select the first one. Kaziranga National Park is the right answer. Yes, it is a right answer. Okay, next one is Uttarakhand. In Uttarakhand state, which national park is located? Kanhakiski, Sundarban, Jim Carpet, and then Bharat. Which is the right answer? Anyone can tell the answer for this? You know the name of the national park which is located in Uttarakhand? Kanhakiski, Sundarban, Jim Carpet, and then Bharatpur. Which is the right answer? Yes, I'm going to select the gym carpet. Yes, that is the right answer for that. Next one is Madhya Pradesh. Yes, in Madhya Pradesh state, Kanhakiski National Park, Gym Carpet, Gir National Park, and then Kaziranga. Which is the right answer for this? Anyone know the answer for this question? Madhya Pradesh National Park name is, yes, I'm selecting the Kanhakiski. Yes, the right answer for the question. Madhya Pradesh Kanhakiski National Park is located. And next one is Gujarat, Gir, Bharatpur, Jim Carpet, and then Sundarban. Which is the right answer? Option A, B, C, or D? Sundarban, Jim Carpet, Bharatpur, and then Gir. Which is the right answer? I'm going to select option A. Yes. In Gujarat, Gir National Park is located. And next one is West Bengal, Sundarban, Jim Carpet, and Kaziranga, Gir National Park. Yes. Sundarban is the right answer. Yes, West Bengal, Sundarban. Last one, Rajasthan state, Kanhakiski, Kaziranga, Bharatpur, and Jim Carpet. Which is the correct answer is A, B, C, or D, ma? Which is the right answer for this? I am selecting C option. Yes, that is the right answer for that questions. Okay. See here, in Assam, so Kaziranga, Uttargan, Jim Carpet, Madhya Pradesh, Kanhakaski. Okay. Gujarat, Gir National Park, West Bengal, Sundarban, Rajasthan is Bharatpur Wildlife Sanctuary. I think it is very useful just we recall the parks names. Yes, next one is sanctuary. Yes, next one is sanctuaries names. Yes, Wild AS Sanctuary, Chilka Wildlife Sanctuary, and then Kachik Desert Wildlife Sanctuary, Anaimalai Wildlife Sanctuary, Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary, and then Beamban Wildlife Sanctuary. There are 6 wildlife sanctuaries names are here, and 6 places also. 6 circles are in our India map. Now we want to correct name. We want to select the right part. Okay. Sona Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary. I am selecting in the circle. Okay. And next one is, yes, I think this is Beambanch Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay. And this is Chilka Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay. So first I'm selecting these 3. Remainings are Wild ASS, Anaimalai, and then Kachik. Okay. Yes, Kachik Desert Wildlife Sanctuary is located in this place. Anaimalai Sanctuary is in this place, and then next one, while ASS is here. So I am choosing these places. Now I am going to, students, do you know the right places of this? Anyone can answer me? Is this right? Do you have any idea about this? Shall I submit the answer? Yes, all the answers are right. Okay, so these places are correct. So the game is completed. Now I am going to select yes. Sonarupai Wildlife Sanctuary is here. Beampath Wildlife Sanctuary, Chilka Wildlife Sanctuary, Anai Malai, Wild ASS, and then Kanchak Desert Wildlife. So, these are all the wildlife sanctuaries places. Okay. I think it is also very useful for you. Yes, we learning some sanctuaries places. Okay. Okay, students, is there any doubts? Means you please ask me. This is for your doubt session. So you please ask the doubts. Is there any doubt? Means please ask me, ma. There is no doubt. TM sir wind up பண்ணிக்கலாமா? Sir wind up பண்ணிக்கலாமா? Doubts யாரும் கேட்கலாம்? Yes. Sir continue பண்ணலாமா இல்ல wind up பண்ணலாமா? இன்னொரு quiz questions இருக்கு. Answer எது? Yes. See students. Yes, I'm going to ask some quiz questions for you. Gindi National Park is situated in Chennai, Tiruchi, Madurai. Where it is located? Gindi National Park. Do you know the answers for this? Option A, B, or C? And second question, Mudumalai National Park is famous for Bengal tiger, Indian tiger, and elephant. So in these three options, do you know the answers for this? National Park. Mudumalai National Park is famous for Bengal tiger, Indian tiger, and elephant. Which is the coastal conservation of National Park? That is Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park, Indira Gandhi Wildlife Sanctuary, and Gindi National Park. Which is the coastal conservation of National Park? Option A, B, or C. Where is Indira Gandhi Wildlife Sanctuary? Salem, Namakkal, or Coimbatore. So these places, where is Indira Gandhi Wildlife Sanctuary? And then Mukurthi National Park in Nilagiri Plateau, Western Ghat, and Eastern Ghats. Mukurthi National Park is where it is located? Nilgiri, Western Ghat, or Eastern Ghats. Vedantangal is famous for bird sanctuary, animal sanctuary, or marine animal sanctuary. which is Vedantangal is famous for bird, animal or marine. Yes, first question is Chennai. And then second one is Bengal tiger. And then Gulf of Mannar National Park. Coimbatore is the right answer for fourth question. Nilgiris are the fifth answer. Birds is the famous for Vedantangal. How many students are get more than 4 marks? Students, you also answer simultaneously. Did you write the answers in your book? Did you refer? How many students are got more than 4 marks is very good, because so it is very important, essential. National Park, Gindi National Park is in Chennai. Mudumalai National Park is Bengal tiger. Coastal region Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park. Indira Gandhi is in Coimbatore. Mukurthi means the Eastern Ghats. Vedantangal is bird sanctuary. Okay, so these are all the right answers for this questions. I think it is also very useful for you. So please, you go through the part. Is there any doubts? Means definitely we will discuss in next session. Okay. Thank you, students. Jai Vidya Shakti, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.